Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I am out on the LiveWire Del Mar again, heading back yet again to Scottsdale Harley-Davidson. Last time I had the bike in for service, they removed this cover here, and the little rubber piece covering the USB port got lost somehow. So they ordered me another one, which is cool. I'm going to pick that up. So one of the things I'm testing out today on my ride is the DJI Mic Mini, and I have that magnetically mounted to the inside of the helmet. Normally I have the DJI Mic 2. I've been getting pretty good audio with that setup, so I wanted to see if this little Mic Mini worked better because it's a lot more convenient and I don't have any external items to worry about, so it would be weatherproof with this current setup here. I wouldn't have a mic sitting on the outside of the helmet that is not water resistant or waterproof. So if I got caught in the rain with that, it definitely would have wrecked it. So I'm hoping that this setup works better for me. So this is the typical speed that I would be going at on this, anywhere between 60 and 70 miles an hour. I typically don't go on the freeways with it just because the battery range suffers quite a bit. So I try to stay under 65 miles an hour on here just to conserve battery. But as far as wind noise, this is probably as bad as it's going to get. So if this sounds okay, then I think this setup might just work for me, which would be awesome. Yeah, just for comparison, I'm going to open the visor a little bit. So I've got a visor cracked open right now. That wind noise is probably pretty bad. Alright, visor's closed again. Should sound a little bit better. Alright, so this is like probably my normal cruising speed, 35, 40 miles per hour. I have really high hopes. I would love to have this solution inside the helmet, fully contained, not have any external components except for the camera itself, of course. But I don't want to have any wires hanging out of the helmet and then running into the camera or any audio devices mounted to the outside of the helmet. So crossing my fingers that this works pretty good. If you're watching this video, then most likely it sounds okay. Otherwise, I would have just scrapped the whole video and I wouldn't post this at all. I'm assuming this sounds pretty good. I mean, the microphone is touching the side of my mouth, so it's pretty close. I wish there was a little bit more room on the front of this helmet here. Might be a way that I could tuck this a little bit further into the corner, kind of like under the cheek pad or something.
Exit the traffic circle onto North Northside Boulevard. In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Greenfield Drive Boulevard. Head east toward Hayden Road. You have arrived.
Yeah, so here's this little cover, guys. You can see how easy it would be to lose this sucker. But to put it on, when it's on, it just goes on like that. So Just slides right over. And then when you close it, just puts a cap on. When you want to use it, just flip it right open, plug in your USB. This just keeps a little bit of the elements out of here. Yeah, it's kind of nice that the dealership went ahead and ordered that part for me. They just took my word for it. I mean, you know, I'm sure that is a really insignificant, cheap part to order, but still, it's a good sign of a dealership to trust the customer like that and go ahead and just order the replacement part, no questions asked. While I was stopped at the dealership, I put the DJI Mic Mini on noise reduction low. It was currently off during the ride up here, so we'll see how this goes. I'll test it in a couple different scenarios. Maybe I'll even stop somewhere along the way and change it into high noise reduction just to see what that sounds like. Might as well. So I'll ride a little bit like this with low noise reduction. I mean, there's really not a lot of bike noise to pick up on here. I just don't want it to... I like some ambient noise. A little bit of wind noise gives you some presence while you're on the bike, because I've had some recordings before where if you cut too much of the noise, the wind noise out, it just doesn't sound right. I'm going to open the visor a little bit. I'm doing 50 miles an hour, so... Alright, visor's cracked open. Quite a bit of wind coming through. How does it sound? Alright, visor closed. Alright, I think I've done enough testing on the low noise reduction setting on this microphone. So I'm going to pull over when I get a chance, set it to high noise reduction, see how that sounds. I wanted to do one more test on low noise reduction at a little bit faster speeds here. So how does it sound at 60 miles an hour? Is my voice nice and clear? How is the noise, the wind noise on here? Sound okay? Alright, I'm gonna pull in here, change my mic right quick here. I had to shut the camera off, the recording off. It won't let you change that setting when the camera is recording. FYI. So, thought I could do it on the fly, but just have to cancel recording, change the setting, and then switch it back. So I'm set to high noise reduction now. How does that sound when I'm sitting still? I have my visor up, but I'm not moving right now. So how does it sound? I just want to avoid any weird noise reduction, garbled sound and stuff like that. Sometimes it just has a weird sound to it when you have noise reduction on, whether you're moving or not. So I'm moving now, 40 miles an hour with the visor up. How does it sound? Okay. Visor down, and I'm going to hit a little bit higher speeds now. So 70 miles an hour. Again, this is probably close to the top speed that I go on here just to conserve on battery. So 65, 70 miles an hour is pretty close to my top speed. So just checking to see how my voice sounds. If the noise reduction is making it sound weird or different in any way. I also want to see how much of the actual wind noise I can still hear with the noise reduction on. Hopefully a little bit of it still comes through. So I did move the microphone up a little bit in the helmet. It's not right next to my mouth now. It's a little bit higher. Kind of tucked closer to the cheek pad. And the dead cat is closer to the visor opening, kind of where the bottom of the visor would be. All right, I'm back down to about 50 miles an hour now. I'm gonna open a visor. All right, how does it sound? I'm also interested to see while I'm talking, you know, how it does with the noise reduction. Does it get more aggressive when it detects that you're talking into the microphone? How does it sound right now? All right, I'm closing the visor again. All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful for you. I haven't heard the results yet, but again, if you're seeing this video, then chances are the audio sounds pretty good, and I'm thinking about switching over. So what do you guys think about the audio today? Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is a good setup for motovlogs, or do you prefer my previous videos where I had the DJI Mic 2 mounted to the outside of the helmet and a lav mic run into the cheek pad? Hopefully the work that they've done on this bike will be all that's necessary and that this thing will actually run like it's supposed to, and I won't have to worry about electrical issues and stuff like that. But I will keep you guys up to date on that information. If I run into any more problems, I'll definitely let you know. Alright guys, it's about a week later. I'm back out on the bike because I had a chance to check out that footage that I recorded on the DJI Mic Mini and really liked it, except for the high noise reduction. I was not a fan of that, and I will not be using it, so I am back onto the low noise reduction setting. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the high noise reduction. I could not get it to sound good no matter what I tried. It's just not going to work for me for motovlogging. I'm sure there are other use cases for it, but to my ear, I just noticed a bunch of like audio artifacts. It's hard to describe. I just didn't like the sound of it. I am really impressed with how the low noise reduction works, so I am going to keep that enabled on here. And I think I'm going to go with the Mic Mini instead of the DJI Mic 2 for my future motovlogs. Let me know what you think in the comments. How does this sound right now? Last week I got home and reviewed the footage, and I really liked what I heard. Honestly, I probably will do a tiny bit of wind noise reduction in the final videos, but I think it's going to make it a lot easier. There's a lot less noise to reduce up front in the video, so just little minor tweaks here and there, and I'm comfortable with that. Like, it sounds good to me, so I think that's what I'll be using from this point forward, using the Mic Mini just wirelessly to camera. Now, I know there's a couple drawbacks. I haven't experienced it yet, but I assume that I might experience some Bluetooth dropouts from time to time. If that becomes a problem, then I'll reevaluate, but I haven't noticed that so far. I reviewed like an hour of footage with this microphone, and I didn't hear one single dropout. The only weird stuff I noticed was when I had it in the more aggressive noise reduction, but I don't think that was a dropout. I just think that was just weird sounding because of the noise reduction. So yeah, guys, just wanted to wrap that up. Figured I'd go out for another ride just to set it back at the preferred setting and let you know what I found out. So yeah, if you like the video, please click that like button, and I will catch you guys on the next video.